We now turn the crack to Kisumu County, the venue for the third edition of the Transgenerational Conversations that center on peace, security, as well as preventing violent extremism, and also just borders on getting that middle ground between the young and the old generation. Our very own Abdiaziz Hashim has been there since yesterday. Hashim, if you can get me, what else are you gathering from Kisumu County with regards to these issues affecting the young people?
Well, you're correctly right there, Doreen Arange. We are coming to you live from the Mama Grace Cultural Center that was formerly a social hall named after that pioneering politician woman hailing from this particular part of the country, that is Mama Grace Onyango. And of course, it will be the key center that will be hosting tonight's edition of the third edition, that is, of the Transgenerational Conversation. That seeks, of course, to what you've just said, to bring all the generations under one roof to have a discourse for the country's future. And of course, this will be the penultimate stage of the Transgenerational Conversation in the backdrop of what will be happening on the weekend, especially when it comes to the International Day of Peace that seeks to, of course, promote peace and non-violence globally. This year's theme will be Act Now for a Peaceful World. Now, that will set the stage for us. Of course, this particular program will be aired live on KBC Channel 1 exactly at 7:30 all the way to 9 p.m. And our very own partners, that is the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, the United Nations Development Program UNDP, the Korean International Cooperation Agency KOICA, will be present for these particular discussions that are very vital. Also, the county government of Kisumu, led by the governor, that is Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, will be present for this particular discussion. Also, national government Ngao officers for that particular matter. This particular journey started in Marsabit County that shaped the start of this conversation that was aiming to bridge a gap between the two generations, name them Gen Z, Millennials, and Gen X, and the Bloomers as well. For this particular conversation, went to Nairobi County, was the second edition, and now the third edition will be here in Kisumu County. Of course, from Kisumu, this particular caravan will be heading over to the western part of the country. But tonight, the keen focus will be on bridging that particular gap between the two generations, especially between the Gen Zs and the people who are governing this particular country. That is the government led by President William Ruto and the 47 devolved units across the country. Very vital, as I told you. It comes in the backdrop of the International Day of Peace that is marked every year on the 21st of September 2025 to promote peace and non-violence globally. And of course, this year's theme will be having a peaceful world. Act now and have a peaceful world. That is the conversational that we'll be having later on. So I just want to ask our viewers to join us at that particular hour. But for now, I want to hand you over back to my colleague Doreen Arange.